I'm Jackson Millan. I'm also known as the Wealth Mentor. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Aureus Financial. So Aureus Financial is a wealth education and coaching business, specifically working with service-based business owners to help them remove cash flow bottlenecks and turn their business profits into personal wealth. I'm lucky enough that I've known you for a long time. It was important for an advice business to commoditize the back end of the process, because let's face it, with compliance and everything that's going on, our responsibilities have increased, and we don't necessarily want to have to pass on all of that increase in cost to serve to the clients. So I realized that if we wanted to deliver a highly valuable, high-touch service at a premium price point that actually provided us with a good margin, we needed to outsource. So prior to outsourcing, I had people in the back office locally. Obviously, it comes at a significant expense with all of the extra on costs as a business owner. For the amount of service that we needed to provide, it just wasn't economical. So for that reason, we knew we needed to do something different. Definitely maintaining that high-touch service. I found that finding that balance between running a profitable business with onshore back office staff was very, very difficult, and ultimately, it wasn't possible for the value proposition that we were trying to engage in to be able to have completely onshore team members. So the specific challenges were that we wanted to deliver a particular service, but we didn't have the resources to do so. Yeah, it's been a huge impact. So we're probably the biggest believers in back office solutions and outsourcing that there probably is. I think we've got a team of 14 now. So we've continued to start. We started with one, and we continue to scale up from there. So it's really been our view that our back office solutions is the best thing that we've ever done in our business. We wouldn't have been able to build a multiple seven-figure business in 2.5 years if it wasn't for our back office team. So it's definitely made life easier for us. Huge. So when you think about it, for the same resources that you get with an offshore individual, in many cases much more dedicated to their role than an onshore individual, we can have 3 individuals for the price of 1 Australian person. Now, it's not our intention to try and take jobs offshore, but our value proposition has been around making sure that our onshore team members are providing coaching and strategic advice to our clients. And we've also created a team of what we call wealth analysts who also do our reconciliation and bookkeeping for our personal cash flow clients. So it's been phenomenal. It saved us a lot of money. Yeah, so I think the biggest result for me personally was getting an executive assistant. I realized that I was the biggest bottleneck in the business, and if I wanted to continue to grow, I needed to create capacity. Now, I think I had a lot of beliefs around the types of tasks that I could or I couldn't outsource. For example, my email management. For years, I've managed my emails myself, and on average, I spent 2 to 3 hours a day managing those emails. And when you do the maths on it, that's a huge amount of time over the course of a year that I was wasting on low value. With your help, and I found the right executive assistant who I could trust. And since then, I've now brought my email management down to 30 minutes a day. So that's, I think, 720 hours over the course of a year that I now save, that I can invest into growing and scaling my business. Just do it. I think the key thing you need to realize is that you can't just outsource and hand it over and expect for it to work. I learned this the hard way. In many of my businesses over the years, we've tried to outsource, and for a very long time, I had the belief that it didn't work. I had so many instances of failed experiences until I met you. And it was when I actually understood the strategy and the process, finding the right people, and making sure that we could have the right plan to be successful, that it actually started working. So you can't expect that you're just going to hire somebody and leave them to their own devices. You need to be willing to invest time into it. But we now have hundreds of hours a week of resources that we otherwise wouldn't have had available, as a result of outsourcing. So if you want to scale your business, it's the only way. Yeah, I think as an advisor and trying to scale an advisory business, outsourcing is the way of the future. If you aren't going to adapt and implement the right strategies to support you to grow, to deliver the services that your clients are demanding, if you're trying to do that without offshoring, it's just not going to work. You're going to get left behind. So you need to make a decision. Are you going to be part of those advice businesses that actually scale and grow, or are you going to try and keep your head above water and slowly watch as your business value declines and you lose market share? You've got to make a choice.